I remember. It was a long time ago, Father. I remember it well. I remember getting down on my knees just so I could tell. I wanted to tell you of my hopes and tell you of my dreams as I knelt down before you, explaining how it seems. How it seemed you had forsaken me and seemed so far away. Even though I was on my knees, I couldn't find my way. I wanted to know why my life had been so tough and how life situations all seemed so rough. I wanted to know if everyone felt this way, or was this how I just felt on this particular day? Was it because I had not been armed with the word and allowed the enemy inside of my head to be heard? I remember explaining how I seemed to have no life and how tired I was of dealing with all kinds of strife. I told you how my needs, they seemed to carry no weight. And if you didn't come soon, it would be too late. I remember thinking, my God's abandoned me, for surely he would not allow all of these things to happen to me. I was his daughter, you see, and I deserved so much better. And he was my father and had promised to leave me never. I remember being on my knees crying, feeling sorry for myself, when I felt a sudden warmth and the feeling of abandonment left. And I remember how the tears felt as they rolled down my cheeks, and how at that moment I felt so weak. I remember staying on my knees all night long, but at some point in time, I was no longer alone. The warmth that I had felt on that particular night was the warmth from my father saying, "It's all right. It's all right that you feel the way that you do, but you are my child, and I'd never abandon you. You have felt so all alone because you couldn't bear to give me all of your problems so I could show you how much I care. You chose to carry all of your problems all by yourself. As you dealt with each problem, you placed me on a shelf. And on a few occasions, you would come and get me, never realizing that I was the essential key. The key to all the problems that you faced in your life. For I am the creator and the terminator of strife. As you finally broke down and you began to cry, it was at that moment you knew you couldn't rely. Relying on your own strength to get you through created a cancer that was killing you. To terminate the spreading of this disease would cost you honesty on bended knees. You finally realized you couldn't live this life alone. As you looked in the mirror and you realized that you were wrong. You finally had to admit you had no control and admit the real need, the need to be consoled. I remember not so long ago the conversations we had, how you explained to me that you were no fad. You said you would not be used to fulfill selfish dreams, nor would you be placed on a shelf by any means. To be removed from the shelf when things were out of control, and only when you felt the need to be consoled. I am a God of grace, a God of mercy, you see. I am a jealous God. There'll be nothing before me. So whenever there is a need for me to be second in your life, remember I am a God of grace, but you need to think twice. I will never, ever leave you, for I love you so much. But rest assured I know of everything and the lives that I touch. I remember